This week on the Aviators, we put a 12-year-old kid in a Boeing 737 simulator. Does he treat it like a big video game or a serious test? Air traffic controller Curtis visits flight services and finds out who's behind aviation forecasts. And Raylene and I head to Greenville, South Carolina for the ultimate $100 hamburger. Last week on the Aviators, Curtis and Jeff gave us a rare peek behind the cockpit door of a commercial airliner. It may not have been a real commercial jet cockpit, but Jeff was in a very accurate next-generation Boeing 737 simulator. In fact, this is a sim that gives anyone the chance to grab the controls of a simulated airliner. Slavko Boris, one of the owners of Horizon Aviation, set out to give non-pilots and private pilots alike that opportunity. Horizon opened up one of the first public access airline simulators, giving anyone an opportunity to see what it's like to fly a Boeing 737.
We really have a wide range of people using the facilities, anyone from general public, kids and their fathers, and right up to seniors, and zero experience in flying, right up to airline pilots and private pilots and those kinds of people. People don't get to see what goes on behind the cockpit door anymore. People want to see how things work. Everybody always wants to know how airplanes work, so this is their chance to sit in the captain's seat and see how things work.
So with the general public coming through here, who has Slavko found picks up flying the 737 the quickest?
Well, we have had pilots here as young as 11, so that's normally where we start off, is from the ages of 11, and they get the hang of this quite quickly. They generally pick up on this because they have their video game experiences and their computer game experiences, and so this becomes second nature to them. It's their dads who have a hard time.
Kids? Really? Has cockpit design and technology become so simple that even a kid can land an airliner? Is this the future? Fleets of aircraft flown by kids who learned everything from video games? What's to stop them from getting bored at 30,000 feet and wanting to play another game in the middle of flight? Well, that scenario may be unlikely, but we still had to test this for ourselves. Can a kid with no formal training land a 737?
Hi, welcome to Horizon.
Hi, how are you?
This is Remy, a kid.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Ready to go flying?
Sure.
Let's go.
We're going to put Remy into the Horizon simulator to see if he can land a 737 at LAX.
Wow.
Grab your seat.
How do you think you're going to do?
Okay, I think I'm going to do pass the test. I'm expecting to at least land it clearly. I think the landing part is the easiest part.
We'll see. We've given Remy minimal instruction, but luckily for him, Slavko will be helping him land the airplane.
The autopilot is flying right now, and we're going to do a couple of turns, and then we're going to take the autopilot off. We're going to line you up with the runway, and you're going to be able to do the landing, okay?
Okay.
And to take over, there's a button right on your control column
This?
there. Yeah, and you're going to push that with your thumb. Go ahead.
So not to me?
So now you're flying, and the autopilot is off.
Where is LA?
LA is over there, so go left a little bit. See,
Left?
the airport is right in front of us. There's the runways. So we're going to line up with that runway there.
How do you go higher?
There you go, perfect.
I'm flying this.
Exactly, just like a big video game. Now you
Yeah.
see these controls.
Remy seems to be getting a hang of this. He's hands-on flying the aircraft and doing fairly well. The conditions are VFR, but to give him a little help with landing, Slavko shows Remy how to use the ILS.
See these controls here?
Yeah.
Those crosshairs are actually going to help you get to the ground. And they're going to do that when you put this black square right in the middle of those crosshairs. So
Yeah,
now
I think I'm
you have
gonna need to pull
go
up.
back. Yeah, but not too much. Just watch, see what the crosshairs are doing?
Yep.
Exactly there. And if you keep it right there, you should be good. Just pull it back just a little bit.
Just a little every once in a while.
Yeah, just pull back a little more. Perfect. And now go a little bit. And you see the runway is that gray strip, so we're going to the left.
The one on the right or the left?
So you want to turn to the left. Yeah, exactly like you're doing now. I'll give you a little more
I think
power.
I should get my license.
I think you're right about there, yeah.
I don't know if I'd say that, but he's in good shape to land. He's almost lined up with the runway, and Slavko gives him a quick tutorial on the flaps.
So what does this do?
It's going to extend the flap on the wing, so the flap actually helps the airplane slow down and land on the runway.
Okay, so do I have to hold it on right now?
Nope, yeah, it's good right there. And go a little bit to the left. See the runway is over there on our left?
Yep.
So we just want to keep flying over there. We're a little bit low, but that's okay, we'll recover that. Just hang on right there. And just pull back a little more. You want to aim for the end of that runway there.
All right.
So just keep going in this direction for now.
Oh, and then we
And
turn.
then we're going to line up. Yeah, exactly. You're almost there. So we check to make sure the landing gear is down. Our flaps are set for landing. Our speed is good. We're at 161 knots. And you're just going to line it right up. So you see the whitest strip there?
Oh, yeah.
That's the runway there. So it's basically that middle one that you see.
Yes, actually. That one, the third one.
Exactly. So we're going to line up with the runway there. Just like that. So it's basically right in front of you right now. And that's where we want to aim for.
This is it. Remy is just a few hundred feet off the ground, but things can still go wrong. He's not perfectly lined up with the runway and is going to have to come right. Will he overcorrect?
Almost on the ground. We're at 200 feet now. 80 feet. And we're gonna touch down here. Almost there. There you go, you're on the ground. Steer. There you go.
Now I'm driving.
And now you're driving, just like on a car. And you made it. You made it on your first try.
Wow.
And he's made it. Remy has successfully put this simulated 737 down on the runway. He did have some help, but come on, the kid's barely tall enough to see over the glare shield.
When I was in the air, I was so scared. I thought I had to do all these buttons. I had to touch all these buttons and stuff, but now it's just like a video game. It's so easy. It feels so easy. Scared I was gonna crash this thing, but didn't happen.
It was actually quite good, yeah. And, you know, he needed a little bit of help at the beginning, but after that he had the idea of exactly where the airplane needed to be. And we got down to the runway and he had a perfect touchdown, so it was very good.
So has the experience changed Remy's thoughts of a career path?
I'm thinking of being a pilot now. It's cool.
But we're not done with the Horizon simulator yet. Next week, we see how a single-engine private pilot handles a 737 with one engine out. I'm back at the controls of the simulator next week. Each day, thousands of pilots take off on cross-country flights. Unlike their commercial counterparts, most private pilots are on their own when it comes to planning their route, filing their flight plan, and dealing with weather conditions. And that's where Flight Services comes in to help the private pilot. Across North America, Flight Services assists pilots with filing and closing their flight plans and providing detailed weather information specialized for aviation. In Canada, flight services are provided by NAV Canada. Jan Gortzak is a flight service specialist at the London Flight Information Centre. As a flight service specialist, Jan has to be part pilot, part air traffic controller, and part meteorologist.
Well, pilots for flying need a lot more information than the general public would require on a day-to-day basis. They're interested in things such as not just if it's going to be windy, but what directions the wind is going to be, not only whether it's sunny or cloudy, but where those clouds are located, how high they are, how thick they are, what kind of clouds they are, because it has an effect on performance of the aircraft and whether or not they can even fly.
The biggest reason weather is so important to pilots is that when and where a pilot can fly is entirely dependent on the weather conditions they're rated to fly in. If a pilot is only rated for visual flight rules, they're not going to be able to fly in weather conditions with very low visibility.
Well, visibility is generally done by looking outside and seeing how far we can see. When we do the weather reporting at the station, we have certain landmarks that are known distances away from where we are, and the farthest landmark that we can see would be an indication of what our maximum visibility is.
While measuring visibility may be decidedly low-tech, to measure the ceiling, flight services can use lasers.
We have a laser ceilometer, or it's a laser that we have on the ground that points up and measures the distance to the base of the cloud or any layers that it can pick up. And we have a computer display that gives us that information. We also have the ability to use weather balloons, where we inflate a balloon to a specified size, and it will rise at a certain rate given that size, and from that timing we can judge how high the clouds are.
So while the collection of this information is crucial, flight service specialists are experts in interpreting weather information and then disseminating it to pilots through a variety of specialized weather reports.
A METAR is just a report of the conditions that are occurring at the top of an hour. Every hour we issue a METAR giving what the conditions are for wind, visibility, if there's any precipitation occurring, what it is, cloud heights, cloud coverage as well, how much cloud is out there, as well as the temperatures and pressures at the airport. So that is a report of what's actually occurring right now. If in between those reports conditions change, we can issue what's called a special report. If it meets certain criteria, we'll update the pilots as conditions either improving or deteriorating beyond certain kind of thresholds. For forecasts, one of the main forecasts that is used is a terminal aerodrome forecast, or a TAF, and that gives us a forecast of what's going to happen within the zone around the airport. Outside of that area, there's a graphic area forecast, or a GFA, that we use, and that gives us more generalized weather that's going to occur over a much broader area. As a matter of fact, for this area, the graphic area forecast covers all of Ontario and part of Quebec. And outside of that, there's other higher level forecasts for aircraft that are operating in more of the flight levels and that sort of thing as well. So quite a broad spectrum of products that are available to us.
Practically speaking, the weather information they receive from flight services helps them to file their flight plan. To actually file their flight plan, pilots are going to talk to someone like Jan.
There's really two different streams that flight plans would go through, whether you're flying via instrument flight rules or visual flight rules. With instrument flight rules, you're filing a flight plan to let the area control center know that this is where you're going to be flying, this is when you're going to be flying. It also gives them all the information that they require in the event that something unfortunate occurs. Then they have that information right on hand. With visual flight rules, the majority of it, it's like an insurance policy almost. What it is you're letting somebody know exactly what you're going to be doing, where you're going, when, what type of airplane you're flying, everything else, so that if something unfortunate happens and you don't show up at the end, somebody has all the information and we'll start a search for you.
So what happens if a pilot doesn't close their flight plan? Well, flight services will attempt to contact the pilot directly, either via cell phone or radio frequency.
Yankee, Golf, Juliet, Whiskey, Yankee. This is London Radio. Do you read?
If that
over?
doesn't work, then they have to engage some more thorough methods of locating the pilot's aircraft.
If we can't get a hold of them at the half-hour mark where the alarm starts off, we would arrange for a check of the airport. That was their destination. We'd actually have somebody go out on the field and visually verify whether or not the aircraft was there. Now, if the aircraft was there, all good. We find the airplane, we can close the flight plan. If the aircraft's not located, then we have to start setting up a series of searches where we will call different airport operators, police, and whatever, and search every airport within 50 miles either side and around the route of flight. Every potential landing spot, that has to be actually physically checked to see if the aircraft might have landed there. And as you can well imagine, that's quite an undertaking to do, especially the longer the flight, the more airports involved.
Thankfully, it's rare that things are escalated to this level. Flight services specialists don't control aircraft like an air traffic controller, but they're still a vital part of keeping the skies safe. Whether it's providing a weather briefing, helping a pilot plan their route, or calling in search and rescue, flight services specialists can easily save the life of a pilot and his passengers. One of the great things about having access to an aircraft is the ability to go out in search of what pilots call the $100 hamburger.
For those of you who are wondering what the $100 hamburger is, it's the cost of fuel to get to your destination, the cost to fly back, as well as the cost of the burger.
So we're here at the Runway Cafe in Greenville, South Carolina, and we're looking at the menu. They actually have a $100 hamburger. So I'm going to go in the back and I'm going to help make this $100 hamburger.
Awesome. I'm going to go scope out the place, so I'll meet you in a little while.
See you later.
Okay.
Now, we've flown quite a distance to get into Greenville, through night and day and even a little bit of icing. So for us, this would really be closer to a $1,000 hamburger. But Greenville, South Carolina is also a great aviation destination. Located in the northwest corner of South Carolina, Greenville is within a 1-hour flight of Atlanta, Knoxville, and Charlotte. With a metro population of more than 500,000, Greenville has a very active pilot population. We stopped into the Greenville Downtown Airport, home of the Runway Cafe. The cafe is a new addition to the Greenville Downtown Airport, and it opened in September 2010. Chefs Mike Bliss and Lem Winsett saw that GMU was sorely missing a restaurant on the site.
Well, I think everything's great about it. I mean, we have a unique spot. We're here in Greenville, South Carolina. I mean, you can bring your family here. We have a runway that you can watch planes come and go, helicopters. We keep the food very reasonable. The price is very reasonable. You know, we just try to keep it a laid-back, fun atmosphere for anyone who's interested.
Taking full advantage of the location, they've gone all out with the aviation theme.
So what'd you come here for?
Came for a little lunch. What else? A burger and some fried okra.
It's a small airport. We have a very active pilot community here. People out flying and doing things.
Yeah, we're all hangar neighbors.
Okay.
Met on Hangar Road, just like you meet in the neighborhood.
Yeah, it's the men's club. We hang out in our hangars over there on rainy days, and on sunny days we fly.
What kind of...
And we get a lot of support among each other, and that's what makes it work.
So now that the restaurant's here, you come and meet here every weekend, and how are you enjoying the restaurant? It looks like a just perfect location right here on the tarmac.
Absolutely. Great. Great place to come visit. But the only problem is before this was here, we would go flying to restaurants. And it interferes with our flying sometimes.
So now we'll fly somewhere else and meet there and say, well, let's go eat.
Time to eat. Time to eat. We go back to the Runway Cafe.
So just how good is the food?
They've got great burgers here.
I ordered the quesadilla, and it comes with a side salad, and their side salads are fantastic.
All right. Oh, that looks great. And what else?
Probably the hamburgers. I'm not sure which one I would pick, but there's several that are really good.
Burger works. Okra works. Napkin works.
While all of the burgers looked good, I just had to try the $100 hamburger. All right, so Mike here at the Runway Cafe is going to take us through the $100 hamburger, the making of this unbelievable $100 hamburger. Now, Mike, I'm 6'3", so how tall must you be?
That puts me about 7'5" or so, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. So we have like a loaf of meat.
It's all Angus beef, so what we do is we take it out. We're going to put it in this bowl, we're going to sauce it, a Worcestershire sauce, a W sauce, as we like to call it.
So just a sprinkle, really?
Just a little bit, yeah. A little paprika. It's one of our nice low-sodium salt substitutes we like to use. Garlic and paprika and lemon.
You know, you're really not adding very much to it. I mean, with such a huge chunk of meat in there, you'd think that you'd be seasoning with a whole lot more.
You know, when you use good beef, you let the beef speak for itself.
Right on. Okay.
So we do that. We do get a little bit more generous with the nice coarse ground pepper. Gives it some good flavor. Then you just have to kind of get in there and start kneading, and then patty it up.
All right, so who's doing that?
Hey, you're the guest here. You're the guest.
After a good knead, it was time to make our 2 8-ounce patties.
This is our tested technique here. You just kind of flatten her on out.
Highly technical
and
maneuver
look at there. There you go.
So how is this, baseball size?
That looks good. That looks good.
We're okay?
Sure enough. All right, now you put the wax paper on top.
Wax paper on top.
There you go.
There
Get
we
your
are.
nice big plate. Put it right in the middle of the
And what's
plate.
this device called? Is it the smasher?
The smasher. That's right.
Pressing it down. How do you know what's too much?
You might want a little more pressure.
A little more?
A little bit more. Remember, it's going to shrink on that grill a little bit.
I don't have 7'5" behind me.
There we go. That looks good.
That's okay?
That looks good. Pick her on up and we'll take her over to the grill where all the magic happens.
Okay.
Well, there we go. We're going to go just slap her right on there.
Slap her right down on the grill.
My hands are Teflon by now.
Slap her right down on the grill.
That's it. Now, see, you were concerned about your seasoning, so we do have a little secret spices right in there that we're just going to put.
Secret spices.
A little bit of pinch on there, a little bit of pinch on there.
If you're in the South, you have to have the fried okra side with the hamburger. So where else do you go get a hamburger with fried okra as your side?
Well, you know, rainy days we sit around and compliment each other's lives about our flying abilities. So now we're talking about the healthy food as well.
We come to the dark side down to the south end on occasion.
Excellent. What kind of aircraft do you have?
I have a Grumman Tiger that I have in hangar over there.
Excellent.
And I fly a Piper Cherokee 6, old standard,
nice.
And a Russian Yak, which is new to me. Well, it's 2 years old. So.
And I fly a Cessna 172.
Perfect.
Which he has maintained and flown for over 20 years.
23 years.
Really?
Yeah.
But Bob's is a 1957.
3-time grand champion at Oshkosh.
So, of course, now, a hamburger is not complete without a bun. So, we'll get our bun going. Put down a little bit of our nice butter here. I have a nice butter toasted grill. Put that down.
Very nice.
A little crunch to it. It might be getting about time for a flip. We'll see what kind of color it looks like on the backside. Now, do you want to take charge of that?
Yeah, hey, I'll
get our...
Now, this is where my burger usually falls apart, so if you have any guidance here for me.
Well, again, it's kind of like flipping a pancake. You have to get kind of bold with it.
Oh, that just looks right.
Now that Mike's shown me how it's done, I give the flip a try.
Perfect.
That just looks all kinds of good.
Now, if you want, we can kind of speed the process up. I like to give it a little tap here. Kind of gets whatever is in there.
Oh, action!
And with one more flip, it's time for the cheese, and this burger is almost done.
Piece of cheese there. Piece of cheese there.
And one more on the bun.
There we go. We do that, so then when we get the burger, we have 3 pieces of cheese, 2 pieces of meat, 2 pieces of buns. You gotta have more cheese than beef. More cheese than bun. And I say, let's take it off the grill because it looks ready to me.
Does it? Well, you would know.
Sure enough. I'm gonna make life easy for you here and bring this plate.
Am I putting it on top of the cheese?
Put it on top of the cheese. Let that melt too.
Oh.
There you go.
So where is this one going?
Right back on top.
Right on top.
So we'll put your vegetables over here on this one.
There you go.
He's gonna feel a little left out. But 4 pieces of tomato, and there you go. Side that with a bunch of French fries, and you are ready.
That looks fantastic. You know what that says to me? That says homemade from beginning to end. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is nuts. Oh. Unreal. It's fantastic. It's tender, it's falling apart. I don't have to tell you it's juicy, as you can tell by my hands and what feels like my entire face. I think that I put tomatoes on it. I don't think I left them out, but I don't taste them. I do taste 3 slices of cheese. I taste a pound of meat and a gooey, soaked, delicious butter bun. Oh. Okay, Mike, hose me down, buddy.
There we go. Served with a towel.
I've never really been an aviation person, Mike, either, but I think the longer we've been here and the more we've learned, we've really gotten interested in the flight community, and we've really become part of the flight community.
So whether you're coming to Greenville for a $100 hamburger, to stay the weekend, or as part of a trip through the South, GMU and the Runway Cafe make Greenville, South Carolina a must-see aviation destination. For more information on today's segments, visit www.theaviators.tv. From our official home at the Whitman Regional Airport in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, we'll see you next time on The Aviators.